buddy. You're gonna get stomped. Hey! Hey! This chipmunk's literally...
He's underneath you now.
I know.
He's on your feet.
I might have to stomp you on camera. I'll do it. I will. Making pretty good progress today, and I think what's the secret of making this really enjoyable, because this is a very tough area to hike through, is taking lots of breaks, which we have been doing. And it appears being diabetic, we got to keep a steady food in us. That's kind of a collection of a few different things. We got to stop for lots of small breaks instead of just having one big meal, so that's the secret. That's not the secret. That's my flask of port wine, in case you're wondering.
Oh, is it on me right now? Is the video on
yeah, it is actually.
That wasn't for the camera.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, go ahead. So we're just packing up from lunch, and I was just putting my Leatherman away, and I just wanted to talk about that. I can't really see it very well on the camera, but I use a Leatherman Wave. I've had this thing forever, and I'm constantly amazed at how often I use it and how often we talk about our knives and that sort of thing, right? This thing's pretty much indestructible. Pliers are something that you're going to need pretty much on any trip. They're the handiest tool you can have, and a lot of my trips are fishing trips, so you always need a pair of pliers, so you got to bring those anyways. Why not have something that has a knife, a little saw, a couple little tools on it that are handy around the campsite. And I use it every lunch to cut salami or open up some packaging, that sort of thing. And the knife on here, there's two of them. One's serrated, one's not. The knife blade here is, that's all you need. You can even file shavings for starting a fire, that sort of stuff. And a little file. I've used that for fishing hooks, that sort of thing, sharpen those. A little serrated blade on there. So anyways, just a little FYI, if you're trying to pack light and you can only bring one thing, a Leatherman or any sort of multi-tool is a good choice. So anytime we're crossing the coastline, you're going to have these piles of driftwood that we have to come across. So we got to be very careful walking through them. And then, yeah, it just seems it's more common than I thought we'd come across these things. So for this trip, I knew it was going to be hot, and in the summertime, I don't really like using suntan lotion if I don't have to and smear it all over my face, that sort of thing. So I'm playing around with a different shirt here. This is an Arc'teryx, it's a hooded hiking shirt. I'm not sure what the actual model name is. I'll put it in the link there. But what I like about it is it has a hood. And I don't have to worry about having my wide brim hat with me or a ball cap, that sort of thing. I have been wearing my visor, but you could get by just with this. So what's cool about this shirt is really, it's almost like a silk material. It's not, but it's like polyester blend of some sort. But you don't, even though it's a long sleeve shirt, it doesn't feel hot. So anyways, I can wear this and not have to worry about putting sun protection on. Maybe a little bit on my face I should, I guess, but it's worked out pretty good. Yeah, I wear my visor on it, so it works out well. We're in the shade. And he just ran off the, well, he didn't run. He just slithered off the beach and now he's in this tree, probably not knowing what to do. This is going to be our campsite for the night. Sandy beach, nobody around. It's time to go for a swim, clean up a little bit. And there's a nice, some nice rocks out there. Looks like it's knee-deep water to get out there, so the water should be warm for a swim. And so yeah, it's about 6 o'clock, so the timing's perfect. And all the hard work to get here was worth it. Sometimes you got air mattresses that you bring along on a trip, and you think, you know, you just got to keep them in your tent, right? But if you get a nice day, hop on the air mattresses knowing that there's not a cloud in the sky and we'd be able to dry them before bedtime. And then, yeah, we swam out there, put the air mattresses on the rocks, and just enjoyed drying off and relaxing. No bugs, nice breeze, the temperature is absolutely perfect, so it's something to think about. When you have that air mattress and you're pumping up before you put in your tent, you can use them for a nice swim too. And this is absolutely just a gorgeous spot we're at. Can't say enough great things about it. So it was worth the extra walk. We were going to find a spot a little sooner, but we decided to push on a little bit, put a little more effort in today, and I think it paid off for us because I'm really happy with where we are. Well, it's our last night, and I guess I forgot to tell you what we were having for dinner tonight. It's dehydrated meal night, and I'll show you the company that I use for dehydrated meals. Yesterday we had Backpacker Pantry pad thai dinners, which are really good. Alright, the pad thai is just about done. It's got to sit about 15 or 20 minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what it weighs. So it actually comes with a sriracha spice, some lime spice, and comes with real peanuts. So we're going to throw those on after I'm going to throw them on the plate. You can eat it right out of the container, but I'm just going to throw it on a plate. Sprinkle a little bit of lime on it. So a little bit of spice. Spread peanuts. For a dehydrated meal, it's not too bad. I think one of my all-time favorite dehydrated meal companies is called Good to Go. And today even Pierce liked it. He's pretty picky. You're pretty picky and you thought it was pretty good. You are.
I'm not that picky.
So
Really
that was the closest thing for chili I could get him. And then just a little tip, we take that salami and you heat it up over the fry pan, and it tastes 10 times better warmed up. So you got your protein in there, you have a dehydrated meal that's very tasty, and then some Baby Bell cheeses, and we're going to have some chocolate for dessert. And you know what, for camping it's not too bad. And this is what I had. I had Good to Go herb mushroom risotto, which is actually very good as well. So like again, I have that, heat up a little salami for me, and this is actually really good. I'm not a big fan of dehydrated meals, but these are by far the best ones that I've come across. Okay, so dinner's done. We got to hang our food bag, and every campsite gives us some different challenges, so I'm going to find a tree here. I get a lot of questions about how I do it or how I throw the rope up. I always bring a nylon poly rope with me, and there's a carabiner on the end of him. So this is what I use to throw the rope over. And how do I get it up 20 feet in the air? I usually use either a water bottle filled with water, or preferably one of these things. This is the container for our chair, and we got lots of rocks here. So I'll grab a handful of rocks, throw them in there, clip on the carabiner, and I'll use this to throw it over a tree. Okay, the secret is have the rope loose, just on the ground. Don't get it caught up in your leg. Find a branch that's going to work, and let's see if I can do this. Oh, almost. I got it actually past the branch, but I got caught up on some other branches. Perfect. Okay, if you don't believe me, okay, so that was legit my second try, and that's a good 20-30 feet up. So that will be perfect. Our bear rope, our food, will be hanging a little bit higher than that, completely out of any bear's reach. Can't believe we slept in. It's it's like 10 o'clock. So we didn't crawl out of the tent till just a little while ago. So we're gonna have a quick oatmeal, pack up our stuff, and it's already hot outside. It's already hot down at the beach. So we're gonna be exposed to the sun there for our first little bit of the walk. Yeah, the idea of this was to be as relaxing as we can for a grueling trip. I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, right? It's been tough. What we've been walking across is probably some of the toughest hiking I've ever done in my life. So it's very tough, but we've been taking lots of breaks, and the idea was to enjoy the scenery and the trip. So yeah, getting up at 10 o'clock, I guess, kind of goes with relaxing a little bit. So we're gonna fire off some oatmeal here, have our tea and coffee, and then we'll be back on the trail. All right, thanks. Pierce, you want spiders in your oatmeal?
Ooh, yum.
I don't know why they got in there. Okay, we gotta kick those guys loose. Well, this is a new one. It's our last morning. I'm just going through our food, getting ready for breakfast. These are the packs of oatmeal that I always make for our trips. So I always count for one for each person each morning. But for some reason, we only have one left, and that's never happened to me. I don't know if we lost it on the trail. I'm positive that I packed 6. So there's only oatmeal for one of us, and that is why this is what we got left. So we got I packed these milks for coffee and teas in the morning. They don't have to be refrigerated. These are great if you really need to have real milk and not dehydrated stuff, coffee and stuff. So we got a little bit of Gorp left, another peanut pack, another salami in here, and a Cliff Bar for Pierce. But again, appears to be diabetic. I gotta make sure I have food for him on the hike back. This is our last day, so we don't have too far to hike, but you know. So anyways, this is a good example of why I always bring another dehydrated meal. So it looks like I'm gonna have Indian style vegetable korma for breakfast today. I should go get a coffee. And also, since I'm going through this, just to make sure I didn't lose my oatmeal, I actually went through our garbage and I didn't have it in there. But I do want to show to people that if you pack stuff in, you really should pack it out. So this is all the dehydrated packaging, and I don't know how many times I see the dehydrated meal packaging in people's fire pits. I don't know if they just have it at the end of the meal and leave it there or whatever, but everything I pack in, I pack out. There's no excuse not to, really. Alright, our last breakfast of the trip. Here's just having delicious oatmeal with hemp hearts and dark chocolate and raisins and chopped pecans, like fresh chopped pecans grounded to the perfect consistency for his oatmeal. It sounds like he's really enjoying it. I could have that, but I'm having Indian style vegetable korma for breakfast. And I'm pairing that with a Italian dark roast coffee. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And I gotta have something sweet, so I'm having some M&Ms. Oh boy. I'm kind of giving this a bad rap. I'm sure this would be good for dinner, but the last thing I wanted for breakfast was Indian vegetable korma. Oh man, this is not what I've never had this for breakfast in my life. Anything like this for breakfast in my life. But I need some energy, and we're pretty much all out of food that we can really afford to get rid of. So here we go. Good. Oh, buddy, you're gonna get stomped. Hey, hey! This chipmunk's literally.
He's underneath you.
I know.
He's on your feet.
I might have to stomp you on camera. I'll do it. I will. And it's fun hanging out with my son and making him laugh and making him go through this YouTube stuff. So,
Yeah,
buddy,
okay.
we got another one in the books.